And we are set to go for our first match for this $200,000 top prize. This is Mike Taylor from Quakertown, Pennsylvania, going against Robert Smith. And here's his first ball. Nice start. Earl, they've been here all week. They get to this point. That has to take all the butterflies out when you start like that.
Getting through the first 2 or 3 shots, Steve, are the important ones. Once you get past that point, then you can really get into the match. But right now, for this young man, I'm sure, for Robert Smith, it's he probably can't even feel his feet on the approach right now. He's floating just a little bit above it.
Robert Smith, who just turned 18. He's on Team USA. So he's had some national experience, and he'll have some international experience coming up at the World Junior Competition in Venezuela.
Opportunities now for the young children, or young children, I shouldn't say young children, but the young people through college scholarships and things of that nature in bowling are fantastic, and they get this kind of experience in match play now that when they come, if they do decide to be a professional bowler, for example, Steve, they come on the Pro Tour with a tremendous background starting from their early teens, and I think it's wonderful that they get that opportunity. When we were first starting out on the Pro Tour, the only match play we'd get is if we wanted to challenge somebody for $5 a game somewhere or something of that nature.
See if he gets the sleeper, the 3-9. Got it.
A lot of money all through this for these 4 players. We're talking about that $200,000 first prize, but these bowlers are competing. The loser of this match still has the opportunity to win $50,000 in third place, and obviously the person in fourth, $25,000. So there's a lot of money available, but $200,000 is what you're looking at, and that's a lot of money. I don't care who you are, how much money you've got. $200,000 is a lot of money.
Mike Taylor too light, so he can't double up on
easy
his
spare.
second frame.
Yeah, easy spare for him though, Steve, and he won't have any problem covering this. He's made his spares extremely well. All 4 of these players have been good spare shooters, and in this kind of competition, probably more important than the strikes is the ability to cover your spares. It keeps you in the match and keeps pressure on your opponent to make good shots and try to get strikes to beat you.
Whoa. One less coat of paint, and he'd have chopped that one.
That's right. Very casual coming off the approach there. Nothing to it.
We are even as we begin frame number 3, with Mike Taylor going on lane 59. This is a guy who's resilient. One of the hottest bowlers in this tournament was Canadian Bill Rowe. And Bill Rowe, in the final 8, had him down by 20 pins. And again, he's too high. But Mike Taylor battled back, put a string together, and came from behind to beat him 233 to 214.
I was watching that match, and it came down to the 10th frame. Mike struck out from the 5th frame to get 233, I believe his final score was. His opponent needed a strike to beat him, left a solid 8 pin. He couldn't throw it any better, and there's a bad break early for him.
Well, an open frame, and now he's down by 13 pins.
And it's what usually happens in this kind of competition. Your opponent, when you make a mistake, jumps on you. He gets that next 2 strikes and just emphasizes the mistake you made and takes a commanding lead. So we'll see what this young man can do with this early opportunity in the match.
A spare. Oh, looked like a solid 10 just there. That won't come down.
Tremendous rotation he gets on the ball. This young man has great wrist action. He gets around to the side of the ball with his thumb out of the ball, his finger still in it. That's what creates the power you just saw when that pin come flying across the pin deck and almost got the 10 pin. That's the rotation he puts on the bowling ball. He can really make it hit on the back end, and that's the kind of power you need on today's lane conditions to score well.
Whoa. And he just let his lead evaporate.
And that's the pressure of bowling for this kind of money. And again, if they can get through the first 2 or 3 frames, usually that pressure will lighten up a little bit. And sometimes it's good to make a mistake early. It makes the butterflies go away. You start getting mad at yourself, and you concentrate better, and you make better shots. Let's see if you can do that.
Robert Smith up by 1 pin now as he begins his 4th frame. Light. he's talking himself
Yeah,
down.
and what he's saying there, Steve, he's saying slow down, slow down. And he doesn't mean the ball now. What he's means when he says slow down, he's talking about his feet. You watch him, you get up, watch when he slides at the foul line. See how he's a little bit sideways there? He's sideways because he was ahead of the ball and he had to pull the ball through to catch up, and that made him not have good leverage and good rotation. Didn't get back to the block.
They get a 1-4-8 combination for a spare. And we'll return with his first match between Mike Taylor and Robert Smith, with Mike Taylor trailing by a pin going into the fourth frame after this.
Everybody's got value menus. What's better about Wendy's 99-cent super value menu?
Better food.
Right, quality.
How about the chili?
Right, Wendy's rich and meaty chili. And you, sir?
Lots of choices.
Variety and...
Junior bacon cheeseburger. Chili.
Right, that chili. How about those salads?
Y'all really fresh.
Oh.
Like a Caesar side salad.
And only 99 cents each. And you, sir?
Really great fries.
Ah, yes, biggie fries.
Someone say chili?
I believe so. Do I know you?
With Wendy's 99-cent super value menu, you don't pay more, you just get more every day.
Nordic Flex Gold features linear motion and patented isokinetic resistance, providing results fast, up to 70% faster than with rubber band machines or even free weights. Now is the time to act. Great muscle tone, 3 times faster fat loss, increased energy, as well as poise and confidence can all be yours in just 12 weeks with Nordic Flex Gold. To order or for more information, call now.
It's an extra Super Tuesday. Michigan's Fab Five have turned into Super Sops. They'll face Bobby Knight's Indiana Hoosiers in an unbelievable Big Ten battle. Super Tuesday. Then Nolan Richardson continues to work his magic with surprising Arkansas against SEC rival Alabama. It's a Super Tuesday. ESPN Super Tuesday.
Welcome back to the Showboat. We're in the semifinals of the High Roller Tournament. Mike Taylor and Robert Smith competing. And Robert Smith begins his 7th frame even. He's working on a strike. He left open frames in the 3rd and 5th. And there's Mike Taylor, who had his open frames in the 3rd and the 6th. He doesn't seem to have the groove that he wants.
No, he's actually starting to try to fit the ball a little bit now, Steve. He's not freewheeling as he's done all week. All week long, he's trusted the ball. He's given it a lot of room and had that tremendous rotation. He could get it back from almost anywhere on the lane. Now he seems like he's trying to aim the ball. When you do that, you very seldom carry well, even if you hit the pocket. When you're aiming the ball, you don't have good rotation. The ball doesn't hit as well.
Well, he does cover. This is a kid who played high school basketball at Royal High School in Simi Valley up through the 11th grade, and then he realized, wait a minute, I don't want to jeopardize my bowling career here.
He has a lot of talent. He has a great future if he's physically he can hang in there.
Oh, kicked out that 10 nicely.
It's the biggest opportunity of the match for Mike Taylor. He's on a strike here in the 7th frame, bowling in the 8th. Here's a replay of that last shot. You can see his reaction. There's Bob Smith. He's pumped.
The enthusiasm of youth, huh?
Right. And Taylor here again can really put the pressure on 18-year-old Bob Smith with a strike here.
Earl, I noticed the thumb pop out of here when he released the ball. And how much does the humidity in this place have to do with that?
Well, that I'm sure is part of it, but again, he likes to use a tight thumb hole, and some of the players, when they use the tight thumb hole, if they don't completely relax their thumb at the point of release, they won't get out of it at all. So maybe part of it is the perspiration you're talking about, Steve, but I think his, as you see his push, see how he has to push his thumb to get it in the hole, whereas most players just slide the thumb in and it comes out very easily. He has to have a very relaxed grip at the bottom or he can't get out of the ball cleanly.
He's up by 10. Now he has a turkey. And he goes up by 20. And times are running out as Robert Smith will now try his 9th frame. Right now, if Taylor strikes out, he can finish at 213. Smith at 203, so it's all in Taylor's hands. Too high, hit the head pin and almost got the biggest steal of the game.
And that was the biggest shot of the week for Bob Smith right there. He had to have that strike to stay in the match. Now he has to rely on Mike Taylor and make some mistakes, and the way Taylor's throwing the ball right now, I don't think that's going to happen. There's another look at that last shot, Steve, and you can see his reaction when he released the ball. He knew it wasn't going to be there, and it was a bad shot.
Going for the 3.
And he missed it. And this game is over, folks.
Anyway, Robert Smith finishes with a 160.